Good evening and welcome to Zwift number 81, coming on the back of Zwift 80. Here's the routes that we did on Monday night and we're doing again tonight on Friday, the Dune Dash route. Only 12.5 kilometres with 139 metres of incline. This race is for the 210 to 330 ZRS group and I'm on a 319 and I've been stuck there for about the last 2 or 3 rides. We had 99 people go over the start finish line. 116 had said that they were going to race, but only 99 jumped over the start line, and I joined quite late, so didn't have too much time to prepare, so I was quite far back on the grid, if we're going to call it the grid. But powered up quite quickly at the start to try and get a good position so that I could be in and amongst the front group. Almost got distanced here. You can see that I'm a little bit back from the rest of the group, but I did manage to catch hold of them just after a kilometre of the race, so that was really pleasing. So just wanted to see if I could improve on Monday night's race. Monday night's race was the biggest race I've ever taken part in. I think there were 195 or 175 riders on Monday night, and biggest amount of views on a YouTube video for me. We're not talking thousands, so don't start getting excited, but it's close to 400 views now, which is the highest I've ever had by about 150. So that was really pleasing. Quite a few people commenting on the video, finding it useful, and so that was really nice. Obviously impacted by the fact that there were so many people in the race, and I had sent links out to everybody like I always do in an attempt to get people following. Quite a few people liked the video, quite a few people commented on the video, and quite a few people subscribed as well. So here we are back in Edinburgh. Most people will have raced by now on this Edinburgh Dune Dash circuit, part of the Zwift Unblocked series, so not really going to be talking too much about the route in general, because that was the main reason for doing the race on Monday, so that other people could see what the race entailed. But you can see here for about 10-15 seconds I actually got left on my own. I don't know if that impacted on my drafting, but returned, or the group returned, and I found myself a little bit too far back as I was going through the Edinburgh Crit circuit in reverse, but powered up here on the first incline that we had into a good position. So feeling quite good. I like these little punchy inclines that just last 10-15 seconds or so. I can power up to about 500 watts and just improve my position no end. Here we are on the Clyde Kicker reverse. People will recognise it coming up shortly. This is the downhill that you would normally do after doing the Clyde Kicker. But again, powered up, but you can see that we're quite stretched out. So just making sure that I'm in a good position and wanting to stay with the rest of the riders. Heart rate is high at 160. Average watts has now gone up to 236. It was down around 210, which I can't remember from the Monday night ride whether it was that low on that occasion, but certainly it increased as we went up the inclines through the Edinburgh Crit course. Just you can see from the mini map now that we're on a flatter section here, so probably being able to ease off, and you'll see that the heart rate is dropping. It's down into the mid 150s and still dropping further. I've got a feather which I could have popped on the Clyde Kicker reverse, but I chose to keep hold of. I will pop it just before the next place to get another power up, so that I've got a power up towards the end. I did get a power up right at the start, which was an anvil, so I popped that straight away pretty much and just continue to power along really. So yeah, really pleased with how this is going. In with the front group, feeling confident right up at the front from time to time, so that was really good. I am currently just around about 50th position, but there was probably about 60 riders in this front group out of the 99 who started, so that wasn't too bad. But just really wanting to make an effort to power up the final section, because quite a few people commented that, or one person in particular commented that it must have impacted on my performance that I scrolled through all the different riders so that I could show the rest of the riders going over the finish line, which I felt as though it did. I did ease off a lot, but I don't know whether I'd actually peaked anyway. So this Friday night race was an attempt to keep the power up on that last final uphill section that lasts around 2.5 kilometres. So you can see we've got another little incline to come here. Felt good though, you can see I'm in top 5 position, 2nd position here now, and feeling okay as we get up over the top of the first of the 3 inclines that finish the race. You can see, like I said just before, that I've popped the power up, which was the feather to help me up over the top. Here's the banner where I'll get another one, so hoping for another feather, which I actually get, so that's really, really pleasing. You can see in the top right mini map that the we're all quite spread out at this point, so just wanted to stay with the riders right at the front and hope that the group can split so that I can get a far more positive finishing position. So here's the second of the 3 little inclines, and it's only a very, very short one, so I powered up really hard, up over 500 watts, again top 5 position as we go over, and just wanted to stay with the rest of the riders really. So yeah, pleased with how the ride is going at the moment. I am putting a lot of effort in towards the end of the race, so just wanting to make sure that I can stay with the rest of the riders. It's a very, very short punchy race, so you can see that we've got less than 3 kilometres to go now, and I'm still with the rest of the riders right at the front, although I am starting to get distance here as we go up the final incline. I've got my feather there ready to pop. I'm sure I pop it at some point. I can't remember if I did, to be honest, but let's see how that goes. So keeping the power up, you can see the average watts is up over 240 now, which is really good. Last time I did the race, the average watts were 241, but you can see that they're starting to stretch out now as we come to the last 2 kilometres to go. I'm at my limits. You can see the heart rate's right up at 170. I changed gear and gone into slightly higher gear to try and spin a little bit more, but obviously 65 is not a high amount of cadence, so like I said, I've changed up to a higher gear, and but my watts are still reasonably good as we come into the last 1.5 kilometres, and it starts to ramp up very, very shortly. And I'll pan through the rest of the riders shortly now so that you can get an idea of who's out in the front. But I'm trying to hold on, trying to kick on, trying to get the watts, keep the watts up high, and take it from there really. So you'll see the contours there in the centre of the screen now as it ramps up. There's quite a big steep section right at the top, and which is where you can see that I have actually popped the featherweight. So I did actually pop it. I couldn't remember whether I popped it or not. Spinning the pedals plenty just to stay in contention with the rest of the riders. But here we go through the rest of the group now, trying to show the leading riders. Second place C Bishop, and pan forward shortly to A Daly, who's got a 5-second lead out in front at the moment. And here we are right at the finish. A Daly taking the win by around about 7 seconds. He's got Jody Sherborne just behind him in second. Then we have Craig Bishop coming over in third, and then dropping slightly further back. We've got Joe Griffiths, who's in fifth place, I think he was at the end. Yeah, fifth place as he comes over the line. Not too many people competing, but you can see there's a huge long train of riders here. So we'll just pan through some of these riders and go back to myself. There's P. Van in 21st position, C. Richter in 26th position, MP back in 31st position, just getting past. And then we've got P. Dwyer back in 35th position, nobody by him, but you can see that there's a few riders just behind him. Here are some of them, G. Gelderbloom, and then M. Cederberg. Just everybody just not strolling up to the finish line, but just, you know, it's a hard blast towards the end, so you're certainly not going to see any sprints. And then back to me, back in 48th position. I actually get passed here by another rider, but I do decide, as I've just panned back to myself, that I'll put in a bit of effort. So there's B. Van Daal from Belgium that I'm able to pass right on the finish line, and yeah, take 48th position. The timings of the race were that I was around about 10 seconds behind Monday night's race, so I'm putting that down partly down to the larger group on the Monday night, which would have had a greater drafting effect. I averaged 340 watts tonight, 240 watts tonight, and it was 241 on Monday night, so the average watts were very, very similar. They were down lower, so maybe that single watt has created that 8-second difference between Monday night's time and tonight's time. But I also think that the drafting would have had an impact. I did push harder towards the end, although I was still panning through some of the other riders, but the panning through the riders didn't take as long because of my position in the race. I was only 38th. I think I was around about 80th the other day. So I'll just go through the final positions, top 10. So here they are. A. Daly, first of all, in 18 minutes and 50 seconds, followed by Jody Sherborne, who was 8 seconds behind. Third place was Craig Bishop, 12 seconds behind. Then we had Miha Hovart in 4th position, 15 seconds behind. Then Joe Griffiths in 5th position, 23 seconds behind. Then O. Lapierre in 6th position, 25 seconds behind. Then S67, followed by Vincent Ferrand, followed by Jay Newman, and then in 10th position we had Pablo DCDM. So yeah, not a bad race for myself. I've been through the timings of it for myself, just 8 seconds slower than I was the other day. But felt alright, it was a good blast. I'm hoping to ride again on Monday night and do stage 2 at that point, so hopefully you can come along and watch stage 2 with me. And hopefully we'll have the same sort of number of entrants, and the video of Zwift 82 will be a popular video again, and hopefully that will improve. But if you've watched tonight and you've had a link to tonight's race, please follow me on Zwift and you can see when I'm racing, and please subscribe and like, and feel free to comment on the performance in the video tonight. Alright then, cheers, goodbye.